Hi guys, welcome to my presentation on ecumenical councils. So first off, what are they and what were they? And why is it important that they met? So an ecumenical council is a general council of worldwide church leaders convened by the Pope, although this was not always the case in early church history. All bishops are called to participate, but other officials are also invited. So why did they meet? The purpose of the meeting was to discuss theology and church practice and make decisions for the church as a whole. So basically, ecumenical councils were councils of bishops and early church leaders that made decisions for the church as a whole. The Christian church, this is. So how many councils are there? And there have been around 7 councils of the bishops of the Catholic Church. There were several different sources that told me 21. Several told me 7. A couple told me 8. So it's a rough number of 7. So in order for a council to become an ecumenical council, it must be approved by the Pope. And that is the reason why there's a little gray area of how many councils there have been. But we know of the first ecumenical council was the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD. And in that one, we know from history that they talked about the Trinity, and they talked about Jesus' divine role. And I just thought this map and this graph was interesting because it stated the first 8 ecumenical councils, and number 1 is Nicaea. Anyways, I just thought that was interesting. Some examples of ecumenical councils. In Acts chapter 15, verse 2, it states, "When therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and disputation with them, they determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain other of them should go to Jerusalem up unto the apostles and elders about this question." So there was a question that they had, and they wanted to ask people about it. So I thought that this might be like an example of an ecumenical council because they were going to people to ask a certain question. And then in Galatians chapter 2, verses 1 and 2, "Then 14 years after I went again to Jerusalem with Barnabas, and took Titus with me also. And I went up by revelation and communicated unto them," the council, "that gospel which I preach among the Gentiles, but privately to them which were of reputation, lest by any means I should run or had run in vain." So basically, I thought that this was an example of an ecumenical council in the scriptures, which was cool. So why is this important to us in the modern age or the modern time? How is this applicable to us? So at these ecumenical councils, basic Christian beliefs were discussed and created. Basic beliefs that we believe in. These councils were created to unify different Christian beliefs such as the Trinity, the divine nature of Jesus Christ, depicting God and Jesus in artwork, etc. So I just thought it was really, really interesting to learn more about ecumenical councils, and I hope you guys learned more about them as well. Here are my references. I hope you guys have a great day.